In this section, we will be covering slings inspection and the importance of inspecting the slings. So as we go through, we're going to talk about the importance of daily inspections when you are using lifting equipment. So the uh, information that we need to gain from this section, we should be able to identify and describe various types of rigging slings, hardware, and equipment, and describe how to inspect these slings. And there is um, a performance task in this here. Basically, we're going to go through understanding the emergency hand stop signals. I will be giving everyone a copy of the different type of lifting signals for a crane. And we're going to practice that in the classroom also. Some of the terms: rejection criteria. Rejection criteria is the standards, rules, or tests on which a decision can be based to remove an object or device from service because it's no longer safe. Splicing, or splice, means to join together, and we shouldn't do too many splicing when we are using equipment that have been certified. Basically, if it's damaged, best thing to do, not to repair it, but to replace it. Matter of fact, not just replace it, whatever you had, get rid of it by destroying it, because you don't want someone else to use something that is defective, which will put the liability on you. Of course, competent person, anyone that's been trained, educated, have uh, the knowledge to be able to make a decision and to perform a task. One rope lay. The lengthwise distance it takes for a strand of a wire rope to make one complete turn from its core. One rope lay. So in other words, we know that it is spawned, wrapped, so the actual wire is a lot longer than the space it takes up. Unstranded. Now, either rope or stranded cable can unravel, and once it unravels, it's not to be used. So unstranding, sometimes when it comes to rope, we unstrand it on purpose, but if you are trained to know how to splice ropes, you can actually do that. But again, it takes practice, it takes skills to be able to do. Matter of fact, there's people who do wire connections that same way. They're trained to do it. If you haven't been trained, don't even think about trying it, because don't trust it that it will be able to hold. So in other words, unstranding is describe wire rope strands that have been untwisted. This weakens the cable or rope and makes it easier to break. Again, only trained people should be able to unstrand it and put it back together. Here are some criteria of why we would, let's say, reject and destroy any type of sling. We can see abrasions in different places, like here, or cuts, or bruises, or burns. Any of these, don't use it, because you cannot trust that it doesn't that it will hold up under stress. It can get worse, and anything can happen. The wind outdoors can pick up and cause to put more stress on, and then it cause it to, uh, uh, let's say, snap, come apart. Here's some other. Um, Again, any of these, you can see that somebody either just cut into the piece of equipment. Let's say it was lifting a um, air conditioning system that have sheet metal panels on it, and it was a sharp edge someplace and cut into it. If it's noticed, you need to stop the lift and replace it. Here's others: unraveling, damage, twisted, burns, and things like that. All of these is unusable. Chain damage. Uh, you need to inspect those too. Even though it's made out of metal, it can become deteriorated or can damage. And bends or chips or notches, anything like that, should be taken out of commission. Wire rope, the same thing. When there's kinks in it, that weakens it. Unbraiding, untwisting, or you see broken wires. It usually see broken wires probably because they've been stressed beyond its capability. If there's corrosion on it, rust, any of these will be uh, reason why not to use it. What's wrong with this sling? It should never be a 90-degree bend like that and have this. It's been kinked. What's wrong with this sling? They call this bird caging. It's like the twist is coming loose and you can see air gaps through it. They call that bird caging. Oh, what's wrong with that sling? I would say everything. It looks like it's been overloaded. Number one, you can see the strings popping. There are some other things too. It's old, beat up. If you start seeing fraying also, that's a telltale sign. What's wrong with this sling? There's a cut in the jacket. Oh man, that's obvious. It is cut, but you also can see the warning threads.